so throws me off having a room here.
I used to play with this all the time.
Having this room be here instead of the hallway that's normally here. Rather than left Hinako and right Hinako. I don't know if this puzzle changes at all from difficulty to difficulty or playthrough to playthrough. I guess when she says looks like this opens here, she's referring to the drawer. I think the endings do change each time. Oop. It seems like this time the answer to getting all of the weights to line up was that I had to weigh, I think it was myself against my entire family. I think that was basically Hinako, and then the entire other half of the thing was every single other person. Do they represent like my parents as the old lady? The decapitated woman, is that my sister? And then the fox. I've kind of just been like fucking around with those to solve them, but this one made me realize that not only does the answer seemingly change, but the answer seems to be based on the current story. I've seen versions of that puzzle, but it's always just kind of like a math thing. I'm trying to process elimination, figure out what everyone's weights are. I always kind of think that I'm gonna bring the wax to the blood pool, and then that's not actually what they want from me. The shine on that thing.
This is in rough shape. I'm going to need to find a replacement fast.
How is my inventory always full? I don't need this many bandages. Oh boy. Do I use another toolkit just for the space? I'm trying to finish this weapon off so I can pick up the other weapon, but inventory is always full. I think there's just no ideal way to navigate your inventory on easier difficulties. Not unless you're just actively getting obliterated all the time by all the dangers. Health. There we go. So I still need 2 more Emmas to max out stamina, which I don't think I can get. And they seem to be fixed locations, so I could have hit a bit of a barrier here. I think every Emma is a unique collectible you have to find in this specific location. The first playthrough had a drip feed in them the whole time. The second playthrough had those like weird little chests, which I might not have found all of, I don't know. No, I think I did, because I got the... It was the Diary of Revenge, right? I got the Diary of Revenge achievement, I think, for finding all of them. So I think I found all of those in their Emmas. So those are the New Game Plus ones. But there seems to be 2 more somewhere.
My diary?
Gross.
There's something inside.
No mention of the locked drawer. Oh, we haven't opened the final version of this place yet. Right. Is there no interaction in this version of the place? There is in the final one that we open with the seals. can never remember if this string of rooms has, like, lore or anything in it. Or anything that matters. They put 3 rooms end to end in a weird dead end that aren't on the other floors. Oh, it won't open. What's this bird pattern? Use the bird key here this time? Okay, this floor changed. Normally the bird is down in the bottom corner. It was at least the last 2 times. It might have been there the first time too. I don't remember that playthrough as clearly. My poor inventory is getting full. Maybe I should sell stuff before I go down this annoying screaming hallway.
Trouble if I don't find a new weapon soon.
How bad's the weapon? Not great. An acceptable time to go nab the knife. Now our every playthrough tradition of trying to race past these guys. And this fucker is gonna tentacle this hallway. Oh, you prick. And then he stood in the perfect spot to be in the way. Okay, there's visions here. Normally. Are they not here this time? Yeah, this room's even called out as a specific, significant location on the map. Right, okay, we get the tubes here.
It's out of propane, but the tube itself still looks usable.
Yeah, the bird door is not here. I wonder if, ow. Frick.
Is it dead?
I keep waiting for this giant spooky room to do something. It's so unnerving that it's just busted open and there's just an eye inside and meat. Do you like your meat, doll? Are all of these dolls made of meat? Isn't that exciting to you? I partly wonder if New Game Plus made any of these doors open in this final ending playthrough, but I also partly don't care because these guys are so annoying. But let's check. Nope, no surprises there. It's almost like they gave me the bird door early as like a convenience thing, but then I still stubbornly explored the whole floor just in case, because who knows? So now we're back to the original version of this place.
Go away.
And we got a few things we can do. Use the propane to get the key. Which we'll then take back there. Then while I'm here, we also want to stick my portrait on the wall so I can continue to betray my family. That's always fun. We love being a disappointment to everybody. Uh-oh. And now they're summoning enemies at me, which is a very rude thing to do. Nope. Ugh! Didn't think they were gonna catch me. Well, that's embarrassing. They skip right past the second iteration because it's useless to us. But the third iteration is where the bird door is. And also now a titty monster.
Hinako,
Oh.
would you come over here? I would like to correct some of your assumptions.
Assumptions?
I know that you think that I am too weak, that I smooth things over and never stand up to your father.
No,
Your father can be ill-tempered sometimes, I know. But really, he's just shy and acting strong in front of his daughters.
Then what about the times he yelled and threw things across the room?
You don't know this, but your father had a long time dream. He wanted to open a small shop with a friend.
He did?
Yes. Your father had a friend who was very dear to him from his time on the boat. He always said how they were as close as brothers. But one day, something must have happened. He took all of your father's money, and he disappeared.
What?
I'm sure he had his own reasons for what he did. He really did seem like a nice person. Your father, he was very hurt by that betrayal, and he couldn't keep his anger inside. But even so, he would always apologize after he calmed down. And yet, he was reluctant to come off as a weak father. You should know what pride means to a man.
Fuck that.
But still, that's no excuse for the pain he caused.
Hinako, I know you think that a married woman is supposed to subject herself to her husband's abuse. But you know, married women aren't as weak or helpless as you think we are. Your father might put on a tough face in front of you too, but when you're not around, he's a whole different man. Your mother and father got into a big fight once.
Really? I never knew that.
That time, I completely ignored him until he came to apologize. I acted normally when you two were around, of course. Not only that, I made his meals out of all the food that he hates. And for the tea that I gave him, I wrung dirty rags into it.
You did? I don't believe it.
Your father, he caved in just 3 days. After you and Junko went to bed, he bowed low right over there, head to the floor.
Dad did that? Really?
Sure he did. Whenever your father
Thank you for telling me all of this. Mom.
It's interesting that in the ending where you're rejecting the marriage is when you get the most context with their mom. That's the only real conversation we've had with her all game. We've had like hints of her. She's like, there's like little hints of her in cutscenes that give you an idea of what her relationship might be a little bit, but you never actually have a real conversation with her. That was still not a very, that does not sell you on marriage really. It doesn't really excuse anything that the dad does, like throwing a knife at his daughter and stuff like that. You know how important the pride is to me. No, fuck that. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. It's like, oh, well, he once had a dream and someone stole from him. Okay, that doesn't excuse behavior towards other people on any real level. Meanwhile, it's actually really not a positive portrait of him. That it's not that he, like, the reveal isn't that like he secret, like behind closed doors, realizes that he's done wrong and apologizes to his wife and is actually a sweetheart. No, she has to fucking use her power over him, which is just running a household, because he's an inept, because like they're like man babies in that era where they can't do anything themselves, and so the mom can single-handedly bring the household down around him because he's so inept and unwilling, or even incapable of doing the work that goes into a household whatsoever, and needs her for like basic food and things like that. And so she has all the power there because he's just like inept on purpose as a performance of gender, which is wild to think about. It was a thing, but is completely a thing. So she talks about like, we're more powerful than you. We're not as helpless as you think. And I'm like, one, it is funny that you do have this weird power because it's such a man baby that you can utilize that against him, but it's not that much power. It's still really sad that your entire thing is like, sure, they run society, but you know, we can cook them the wrong meals on purpose and we get our little revenge. And I'm like, that's not a reason to get married. She's saying this like it's this in this tender way, like, oh, you don't understand, Hinako. I'm like, you're so deluded. It's so unfortunate that you had to live in a world where this was so normal, but oh my god, that it's not actually that much power. It's only a power made by their own ass backwards gender performance that goes so far that it makes them have this like learned helplessness where they can then be victimized by their wife, like slightly inconveniencing them by giving them bad tea and food, I guess. The fact that he wouldn't apologize on his own but had to be like coerced by her is so damning. Wow. But it is still a valuable conversation because Hinako gets to like have this very humanizing moment with her mom where they really kind of reconcile over like these different things that are kind of kept from her, and just sort of see like sort of what she goes through and the things that they keep. Yeah, it's a bonding moment, even if there's a mess to unpack about a lot of it. My mom smiled through tears of joy when Junko got married. Was she really so happy to be sending her daughter off to suffer the same fate as her? Did she raise her just to be beaten and abused by some man? What even is a bride price, anyway? Why do they make a profit off of Junko getting married? Did they get more money because they taught her how to cook and sew? Well, I won't learn those things. You won't make a single yen off of me. I won't be like my mother. Not now, not ever. Why did my mother even marry him in the first place? How could anyone possibly call themselves happy, having to spend their entire life with someone like him? Mom once told me, a husband and a wife support each other for the whole of their lives, in sickness and in health. You see, it took me a long time to recover after giving birth to you. I caused your father a lot of trouble with my mood swings, but no matter how much I complained, he stood by me through it all without so much of a frown. Didn't mean to press that. I know he may not have turned out to be much of a father to you girls, all in all, but he's been a good enough husband to me. Whatever that means. God, even she's being like, yeah, he's a shit dad, huh? There's really like no redemption at the end of the road for this guy. Like the whole time he just seems like a piece of shit. It's not impressive at all. His hidden depths are just that he has in fact been fucked over before, and that's it. It's like, okay. Junko says she is happy, but I just don't get it. Neither she nor my mother ever look happy. Then again, when I tell her about my ideas of happiness, she just says that those don't sound very happy to her at all. What matters most to my sister are results. What matters most to me is choice. Even if it's what makes my sister happy, if I can't make my own choices, then I'll be unhappy forever. What if what makes me happy doesn't give my sister the results she wants? Then she'll be unhappy. Though our concepts of happiness may differ, I think as sisters, we can respect each other's version of it and take comfort when we know the other has found it. Hotai-sama. Oh yeah, this is just the text that would have popped up because, yeah, I had to redo it in this playthrough, so it's saying it's new. Generally speaking, Inari-sama refers to the goddess of agriculture, Akano Mitama. The fox was the goddess's messenger, but over time, their worship became intertwined. Nowadays, if anyone mentions Inari-sama, they'll think of the fox as well. Sakugo says this is the fox taking the goddess of agriculture's position for itself. Another typo. She also says that the goddess and the fox are having a supernatural fight on top of the Inari statues. That wild imagination of hers never fails to make me laugh. I wonder why they haven't fixed the typos. There's been so many updates that change like how parts of the game work and so on. You would think that would include some of that stuff too. These should all be all of the things that we've seen before. Let's see. This does say the new dialogues on easy difficulty. Who are you? Why do you always have to be different from everyone else? Freak. Who are you? Honestly, you're helpless without me. Who are you? I'll be your friend, otherwise you'd be so miserably alone. Who are you? Tell me, truly. You two aren't anything more than friends, right? I've always been watching you, when you weren't looking, you know. Who are you? You. Yes, you. I'm surprised that it has a twist like that, like, who are you? And the answer is like, you. Yes, you. I think that it was a scarecrow that somewhat resembled me, but it's just a surprising level of like, wait a minute, what's going on here? To throw at us, when it's supposed to be the easy difficulty. So many of the answers are so literal. A letter from my uncle. Kanta. I shall be brief and to the point. It is very unfortunate about Kimie. I'm sorry, and I understand why you would want her to go ahead with the surgery. But surgery can do more harm than good. Remember how Mother never properly recovered after hers? I understand how you feel. I really do. But please reconsider before taking on debt for an operation that might not even make her better. Wouldn't Kimie rather you tried to enjoy the time you have left together? Either way, you need to talk about it with Kimie first. Knowing you, you probably haven't said a word of this to her yet, have you? I can't cover the whole operation, but I'll send what little I have to spare. Buy Kimie something nice with it, got it? Shotaro. Oh. My mom's dying. That's how we find out. That we only find out that my mom is dying, and that's another reason they might need money after I've already refused that. Whoops. Oh wait, I just want to use this door. Yeah, we're still in phase 3. Let's go back to iteration 1. Get away from this boss. Well, that's rough. Admittedly, it's pretty fucked up to have to get married just because it'll make money for your family to pay for your mom's surgery. That's a cursed movie plot right there. I don't expect to get another Ima to get stamina up, so I'll probably go back to drawing at all memorias. Because there's an achievement for getting all of them. But, I don't know. I'm nowhere near finishing this game in achievements. When I play a game this many times, there's definitely a temptation to try to get every achievement. But some of them are specific, like fulfill this, do this whole scenario with 0 mistakes or taking no damage or something like that. And I also have to replay it on the hardest combat difficulty, and I'd have to replay the thing to find the things I never found. The Imas that are left. I don't want to do another playthrough. White and black fought, battling upon a set of scales. Yet neither wanted for the scales, for what they desired was simply a quiet, gray place where they could belong together. Whether we flee or spread our wings and fly our decision. Whether we flee or spread our wings and fly is our decision alone. One to make only once we are ready. They had no use for those who towered from the heavens, imposing their will on others. White and black belonged together, they had no use. I don't know what the highlighting is meant to indicate here, because it doesn't sound like it's actually directly correlating to clues. Is that it? Is that it? Like the gray space and some scales? Or is this it? It's a yin-yang. I assume white and black would be in the directions with their with the way they're facing makes sense. White and black fought, battling upon a set of scales. Yet neither wanted for the scales, for what they desired was simply a quiet gray place where they could belong together. Whether we flee or spread our wings and fly is our decision alone. One to make only once we are ready. They had no use for those who towered from the heavens, imposing their will on others. I don't know what that fucking means, man. I don't understand the riddles in this game at all. They're so weird. There was one where it seemed like it was a horizontal thing, or like they'd be this way. I keep thinking it's like a horizon line and thinking that they'd be laid out based on that. You tell me the place is just gray, so I keep thinking that we want... There's the scales. Oh, 2 gray ones? Do I not use the scales? I don't care, man. Okay, Silent Hill F Scales puzzle. Door puzzle? Okay, that... I was like, what do I call this one? As per the first line, the white bird's on the left and the black bird's on the right. Is that what it said? It just says white and black. That doesn't say that white's on the left and black's on the right. Well, how does that imply that? That's all that was wrong? What? That's not, there's no mention of left and right at all. Whatever, man. Whatever. Uh-oh.
Hinako, can we talk?
What do you want?
I wanted to apologize to you.
For what?
I've been a horrible father. For the longest time, I yelled at you, scared you. I'm sorry.
You're apologizing for that now? You think that's just gonna erase what you did? You made us all suffer for so long! You seriously think that gets you off the hook?
No, I know it's not enough. I know. You can't forgive me. I understand, I truly do. But please, at least let me apologize. It's okay if you don't forgive me.
Huh? You're just apologizing because you want to feel better about yourself! I won't have it! Get out of here! Even now, I'm terrified that you might blow up and throw a knife at me again.
I'm sorry. I believed that a proper father should be feared by his children. I was wrong.
Oh, there's no taking it back now, is there? Get out. Get out of my life! Listen to him. He's actually apologizing. Whether or not we forgive him is up to us. Even so, I think it's important for us to hear him out. At least he is sorry. Why should it matter to me if he's sorry? Because he's family. You heard Mom, right? Dad was betrayed by a friend. He was suffering. Oh, he was suffering, so I'm just supposed to forgive him? I won't! I refuse! Yeah, you're absolutely right. You don't have to forgive him. And you don't have to listen to any of his excuses or apologies either. But still, like it or not, he's family. And so, even if you can't let it go, just let him speak. He's still our father, and we're still his daughter. Maybe Mom could forgive him for what he's done, but I can't! I won't! You know that you and I are bound to Dad by ties of blood. Mom and Dad don't share that bond. Mom's only bound by marriage, yet she still listened to him. She even had the courage to forgive him. We should listen to him. His own flesh and blood should be willing to hear him out. I know you're scared of him. I'm scared too. I know you can't forget what he did, and maybe he doesn't deserve a clean slate. But please, I'm begging you to listen to him. Not just for his sake, but for your sake too. Please, just listen.
If what I did taught you to fear men, to never trust them, then I was a poor teacher. I might be hopeless, but not all fathers are. Kotoyuki isn't like me. He is an upstanding young man. He can give you a good life, a happy life. I'm sure of it. Your old friend Shu is a respectable man too. I always thought that two of you could build a happy home together. But no, how I feel about any of it is beside the point. It's your choice to get married or not. and I'll support your choice. I don't expect you to forgive me, but I want you to be free of this curse of mine. I just want you to be happy. I'm so sorry.
I'm still scared. And I still don't forgive you. But at least I finally understand you.
They're being fairly mature about it. Because, yeah, like... Oops. God damn it. The triggers always catch on things. He doesn't deserve forgiveness. Not for that. Not just for having a breakdown and just, you know, kind of throwing a pity party over the life that he's put people through. That's not the moment you forgive somebody, when somebody that just has, like... Even acknowledging your wrongdoing isn't enough. Like, you do have to actually be a better person the next day and actually do the work, and not because, like, there's a lot of people who will be really fucked up for a very long time, and then they will have this big sobbing anime moment of like extolling all their failures and like finally having what seems like a breakthrough. And then they don't actually do any better after that. Like they just go right back to behaving exactly the same way. And that's plenty common. Let's see. I think this was... It's hard to say if it's new or old because I've paged out of it, but I think this was here before. I used to think it was just my dad who was like this. But after listening to all the married women around here complain, every man seems just as bad. All their husbands are just as short-tempered, just as violent, just as useless, and do just as little to help out their wives. After learning this, every grumpy-looking old man in town I see reminds me of him. When I think that I was born and raised just to support these horrible tyrants, I lose all hope. If everything works out, they're going to give my father a lot of money. I'm sure he's desperate to use it to pay back his debts. My father is selling me to pay back his debts. After Dad saved up enough money from fishing, he decided to start up a restaurant with his longtime friend, someone who's like a little brother to him. That friend, however, stabbed him in the back and ran off with all of his money, leaving him with nothing but debt. Apparently, that's when things really started heading south for my dad. I mean, I do sympathize with him, but his past is his problem, not mine. And it definitely doesn't excuse him for making every day a living hell for me. When it's just him and my mom, he apologizes for the life of poverty he's forced us into due to his debts. According to Mom, there's nothing more shameful in the world to see a father than letting his daughter see his weak side. If he acts the way he does to me, just to hide something as dumb as that, then I think I might just go crazy right now. This house is theirs. It has nothing to do with me. I was just born here. I may be Hinako, the little bird, but I have wings of my own. And if he doesn't care about how I want to live my life, then I'll just spread my wings and fly away. Wherever I choose to go will be entirely up to me. Alright, this is a little on the nose, but let's check. Hinako name meaning. Hinako, feminine name meaning sun child or child of the sun. Child, innocence, vitality. Princess child or chick child. Young bird. So there's the connection to young bird. Okay, I was like, wait, that thing they just said, is it literal? Because I think this might be the last diary entry of the entire game. I'm like, they're revealing that her name literally means little bird. I'm like, oh, well, That was relevant all game. Got it. So the metaphor in Japanese may have been less subtle than it even was in the English. Because they started increasingly pointing out that little bird referred to her specifically. But it seems that you were supposed to, in the original language, intuit that the whole time. That's funny. Yeah, I'm a big proponent of not giving a shit about blood relations, honestly. People, there's always this argument like, no, it's like, he may have done all those horrible things to you and your family, but your blood. I'm like, no, I don't care. If the sentence starts that way, I don't think I care about the rest of the sentence. I don't think there's actually that much reason for people to keep family in their lives if their family is abusive and horrible. And one tearful conversation does not make up for a lifetime of abuse. Not if you're not, like, it can be a moment of maturity, of growing, which is essentially what our characters are going through, is she's growing older and she's learning to understand her parents as flawed individuals and in a more three-dimensional way. That doesn't actually undo any of the things that they did, though. So I get this really interesting portrait of what they're how they think when we finally get a real conversation with them. Real in air quotes because it's this game, and then we're in a weird fantasy setting.
It's made its way in here.
But to some extent, both of those just kind of further reveal that they're both just kind of sad. Just kind of sad people. But not in a way that can make up for any of this. Inventory is so full of goddamn first aid kits. I just don't reflexively use them right away necessarily, but every first aid kit doesn't stack and uses up your entire damn inventory. Oh, they're not even equipped right now. Jeez, that's not helpful. Yeah, that would do it. That would certainly do part of it. Oh god. Yeah, 14 whole inventory slots. It's wild to me that, because like, healing is relatively strong in this game. First aid kits might, I think they might fully heal you, but like a bandage or so on, those are chunky heals. It feels more cost effective just to have a stack of bandages half the time. The fact that every first aid kit, which is at best a full heal, it can't heal you more than that. That really caps how helpful it is. And so the fact that every single one of them is a separate item stack and doesn't stack at all is brutal. It's really awful inventory space usage. I gotta get to using more of them. New cutscenes. Oh.
Hinako! You are late! Finally! We're about to get started here! What did you say? Okay then. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare to witness a master with a blade! Yo! Dare disrespect me!
Huh. I think that's new.
We don't have a choice. It's a woman's role in society.
Stop making me fight my own mother and father!
Ow. Okay. I was trying to figure out what's different because the whole thing seemed to be playing out the same way. Ow.
Enough of your insolence!
What? Oh, she threw a knife at me, didn't she?
Enough of this! Stop this right now!
The roaring.
You'll not be no apparent struggles. You're a failure.
Ah, damn it. The two attacks. Rude.
You won't be a good wife like this.
Oh, he grabbed me out of the attack. Rude. Okay, I think who are you? Don't touch them, my parents. I think that was new. I think that might have been the previous version. But the little hints of dad were not new.
Why are you doing this, Hinako?
Because that was in the New Game Plus version, which we've already seen.
Come here, right this instant.
He tried to grab me. But I think all that changed was the dialogue at the end. I think some of this is new, but also like Hinako's essentially reconciling that the monsters are not her parents.
What you want.
I think that's like the primary change.
Enough of your insolence!
Give me the knife. Rude. Ah, damn it. Damn, I never get the timing right to actually dodge that one correctly. Ah! I'm not doing very good right now. God damn it. That never looks like it's gonna hit me because it doesn't look like a sword swing. It looks like he's swinging his arm, the other arm.
You dare defy your parents like this? You dare give me that look? Is that how you treat your father?
Yeah. Owned. then this one's the same. We just go out there and they're just already dead. Says there's no changes to that one. This is the purification drink that I have with Fox Boyfriend. I like that though. Like we had our first real conversations with both parents and our sister. We only ever get the masked version of our sister, who just seems cruel. We're touching on the fact that the characters we've been dealing with all game just kind of aren't the people themselves. Except Rinko. Rinko does just suck. Rinko gets no additional depth. She just sucks. She's just after Shu and wants to sabotage anyone else that might be adjacent to Shu, and she just is relentlessly awful the entire game at the end. Greatly increases damage inflicted to stunned enemies. It's time to do this again.
What a lively looking painting.
Yeah, these still seem to be these bits of content seem to be largely the same thing still. Prove your intent with the crest 3. Show what lies deep within your heart. Let the line of foxes guide you. Offer the crest and lay bare your soul. Yes, aside from what the scrolls say, this section doesn't feel like it changes in any particular way, so we're gonna skip this. And I'll see you guys in a bit.